Konnichiwa, hello, and welcome. This is Roy at Ninjazola90, and today I will be reviewing the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla Singular Point Jet Jaguar figure, and I got some things to say about it. So, let's get on with this review. And now, starting things off with the box, as you can see, this is a pretty cool box, and yeah, fortunate enough, I decided to hold on to this box and keep it for obvious reasons, because I use this box to store his accessories in, especially his helicopter jetpack accessory, which reason why I don't want that getting damaged and I don't want the propellers getting broken, so that's why I kept this box around. But anyway, first and foremost, we have a really nice picture of the figure, front and center, holding up the Anguirus spear, looking like he's about ready to lock horns with Godzilla Ultima, looking really nice. And of course, we have the S.H.MonsterArts logo. We have the Japanese font for Jet Jaguar 2021 right there. And of course, it says Jet Jaguar in English font as well, 2021, of course. And of course, we have Godzilla SP right there, which stands for Godzilla Singular Point. And we have, Godzilla Singular Point in English right there. And of course, we have the Godzilla 2022 emblem. We have the Godzilla Kaiju emblem. We have the Godzilla logo. And we have the Tamashii Nation Seal of Quality, letting you know that this is a certified, legitimate product, that it's not a fake, it's not a bootleg, it is, it's legitimate, technically. That's, basically letting you know it's authentic. And of course, we have the Tamashii Nations logo, and we have the Blue Fin BanDai logo, which is blue, the top of the box. We have S.H.MonsterArts. We have Jet Jaguar 2021 in Japanese and English. Of course, side of the box, we have a side view of the figure right there, and of course it says S.H.MonsterArts Jet Jaguar 2021 in Japanese and English. The other side of the box, it just says S.H.MonsterArts, and title of the figure, pretty much nothing too interesting. The bottom of the box, we have a really cool picture of the figure with his helicopter jetpack accessory with the Anguirus spear right there, looking really cool. And of course, we have S.H.MonsterArts Jet Jaguar 2021 yet again, and of course, we have a warning label letting you know that this is a choking hazard, so yeah, don't mistake this for food and get hungry and try to eat it, because it's not a Snickers bar, it's not a granola bar, it's not Chicken McNuggets, it's not Doritos Locos Tacos, it's not a Slim Jim, so yeah, don't even try it. I know we all know better, but anyway, or at least I hope and pray we do. So, but anyway, moving right along, we have some really cool pictures of the figure on the back here, and here we have a picture of the S.H.MonsterArts Singular Point Jet Jaguar battling with Godzilla Ultima right there. As you can see, I can do that with my figures, because I have both the Singular Point Jet Jaguar and Godzilla Ultima, as well as the Singular Point Rodan. And here we have another picture with the Anguirus spear, and we have the little, I believe, Akira Furukawa minifigure. I believe that's his name. I could have that wrong. I gotta rewatch Godzilla Singular Point on Netflix again, in case I got it wrong. But anyway, and we have another picture of Jet Jaguar with the helicopter jetpack accessory carrying the Anguirus spear again. And we have another very reddish orange silhouette of the figure right there, which we can all tell it's the singular point Jet Jaguar with the series title logo, and it says is Godzilla singular point in English again, technically. And of course, we have, ages 15 and up, letting you know this is for more older, more mature collectors, and a warning label again, letting you know it's not edible. But anyway, I know most of us all know better. I don't even have to go there, but you know, I'm just putting it out there. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for the box. So now on to the figure. And now here we have the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla singular point Jet Jaguar figure right here before us in all of his robotic glory. As you can see, this is a well sculpted, well detailed figure sculpted by the world famous S.H.MonsterArts sculptor. We all know him by name, Yuji Sakai, although he's not on the back of the box I just went over. He is on the back of the box on most newer S.H.MonsterArts figures, so that's a new thing moving forward. But anyway, as you can see, his color scheme is mostly sort of like a tannish white with red accents and some blue accents, as well as some yellow on his shoulder pads, on his knee pads, and sort of in his waist area. So we do have some yellow and red and some blue going on here. His typical colors. As far as detail, we do have some good detailing in the eyes and in the mouth. There we have this kind of like his mouth is kind of like this sort of like vent, I would say, sort of like this grid vent sort of mouth that Jet Jaguar has. Well, at least the singular point Jet Jaguar. We do have his small little antennas. They are interchangeable, but you do have to be dead careful when changing them out. We do have some little bitty screws on his head, but those are just mainly for aesthetics. Those are not real screws. The back, we do have these removable bars that these bars, basically his backpack attaches to them, but they are removable for when we apply the jetpack accessory. That's where we're going to need the stand that comes with this figure, because it does get pretty heavy. As far as articulation, because I know you guys are waiting for me to get into articulation with this figure. The head can look up on a ball joint. We can look down. We can look right. We can look left. And we can do a full 360 Wizards of Waverly Place cranium revolvus, like Alex Russo just put a spell on him. And of course, we do have the little speaker under his neck for when his pilot is talking. Basically, the guy that built this shop, I forgot it's like some old guy. I forgot his name. He's on Godzilla Singular Point. Some of you guys might remember, but I can't quite remember his name. I'm gonna have to rewatch the series. But anyway, we do have good butterfly style ball joints in the shoulders, but they are kind of hindered, so the rubber shoulder pads do kind of push back on that butterfly joint, so it's really not that doable with the butterfly style articulation. So I mean, but we can do a full 360 rotation though. So we do have that in the arms, so we can rotate them either way. And of course, we have a hinge joint as well, so we can bring those arms up on a hinge like so, and then bring them back down. It almost looks like he's doing a chicken dance. But anyway, we can also swivel them at the biceps. So his arms and the legs are basically made up of, well, mainly the arms. It's kind of sort of like this pipe tubing, but anyway, so we can swivel those arms a full 360 at the biceps as well. And we do kind of have like these like rubber attachments in between his elbows, sort of like this, like sort of like rubber, like springy padding, but it's not like actual springs. It's just kind of like aesthetics. But you know, we do have a good hinge joint in those elbows, so we can bend them forward and back like so. And we can rotate the upper arm, so we do have a wrist rotation as well, so we can rotate those wrists a full 360. And of course we can also rotate his claw finger hands, I guess that's what you call them. Sort of almost like he has his fingers are made out of you know, claw machine parts. You know what I'm talking about, where you put like a dollar in and you try to catch a stuffed animal. That's what his hands look remind me of. Looks like one of those things where like you put your quarter in the claw machine and you're trying to grab the teddy bear, technically. That's what his hands look like. Well, at least to me, can't remind me of. And they're also interchangeable, so you can detach them with this little peg underneath the hand. And of course, we do have the socket that it plugs into. And of course, we do have good articulation in the waist area as well, so we can rock side to side like so, and we can lean forward and back, so we do have a really good ab crunch in there. And we can also rotate a full 360 like so. And of course we do have good leg articulation as well. Now, one thing to take note, and do be careful with this: the leg articulation, the hips where they kick forward and back, do pay attention. The joints where they move forward and back in the hips are connected here, not here. Do not try to move this part that is fixed in place, because if you try to move this part on where the hips attach to the pelvis area, you will break it. Make sure you only move it. You see where sort of like this like tube at the top of the hip joint connects to like this sort of like piston tube right here. Only move it on there. Don't try to move this part, because you'll break it. I'm just putting that out there, because if you do decide to pick up this figure, I don't want you accidentally breaking yours. So, I'm just putting that out there, because these figures are expensive enough already, and yeah, we don't want to be breaking what we have. But anyway, like I said, we do have leg articulation. We can bring them out to the side as well, although as you can see, it's a bit hindered by the sculpt of the figure, of course. But yeah, we can't really like bring them. Yeah, the hinge only goes up. But anyway, we can swivel at the top of the thighs as well, so we do have a full 360 swivel there. And of course we do have a double joint hinge at the knees, so we can bend those knees back like so, and we can bend them forward like so. And we can even sort of use the knee joints to kind of sort of adjust his height a little bit. So if we want to make Jaguar a little shorter, we can. If we want to make him taller, we can also do so. I mean, it's not that much of a height adjustment, but it's an option. And of course, we do have articulation in his heels as well, so we can we can bring his heels in like so, and we can articulate them back as well like so, so we can kind of bring his heels in on a hinge and then move them back. And also we do have a hinge in his front toes as well, so we can kick those boots up like so. So we can kind of separate those feet like that, making them, yeah. We can stand them up like that, although not recommended. I don't know, like unless like that's on like the only thing I could see this for, like if he's like walking through snow or something. But other than that, I don't see very much of a use for putting the feet like this. Um, but yeah, let's put them back like they should be. And of course, we do have a hinge for the toes to go out like this as well. So we can, I mean, the feet to, go out like that. So I don't know why you would do that, but you can. It's an option. So you want to put his feet in all kind of different weird positions. You can, but I wouldn't recommend it though. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for articulation with this figure. I'm trying to get him to stand properly. So now I will be getting into his accessories. So let's get to it. And now getting into accessories. And here's where things get interesting. Starting off, we have his teeny tiny interchangeable splayed out antennas. So yeah, you really want to make sure, for the love of God and everything that is holy, you do not drop these on the floor, especially if you have carpet in your house or you have little small cracks in the floor where you may not be able to get them. Yeah, do be careful not to drop these, because they are small. Um, and also, we do have some interchangeable hands. We get two pointing finger hands, of course. So we have him with his pointing finger hand out. So we have one finger up, in which I can't tell if he's trying to point you in a certain direction. He's either giving you a thumbs up or giving you the yeah the the bird we don't want to talk about. But anyway, that's a thing. um, and of course, we have his gripping hands, of course, which we use to hold the angular spear. And of course, we have the overly heavy, cool looking angular spear. Very beautiful. I love that paint job. Very, very nice. And is very pointy, at least a little bit. Although it's very rubbery, it does look sharp. Well, right here it feels kind of sharp, but it's really not. Although, yeah, I would be careful with this tip right here, because it looks like it could like chip, but definitely be careful. And it does basically plug in to the handle of the angular spear, like so. What I meant was pointy is the bottom of the pommel of the spear. That is pointy. So yeah, see how it made an indentation on my finger? Yeah, that's something you really want to be careful of. And yeah, as you can hear, that is really heavy and hard. Not trying to break it. I'm just showing you guys how heavy that thing is. And of course, we have the little Akira Furukawa minifigure here, which we do have a little articulation in this figure. So we do have a little bit of some articulation in this minifigure. We can move the arms forward like so. Oh boy. And then back. And of course, we can kick forward with the legs. And he does have a hinge joint at the knee. So we kind of almost got ourselves almost like a little extra world's smallest mini action figure with this figure as well, although he's supposed to sit in the seat. But anyway, and of course we got the little seat that he rides in the back of, that goes on the singular point jet Jaguar figure. And of course we have the attachable jetpack that goes on to the back handlebars on the singular point jet Jaguar. Makes me wonder if he's he's hiding a bird named Kazooie in there. For those of you familiar with Banjo-Kazooie. And of course, how can we forget is really awesome jetpack propeller accessory, one of the coolest accessories that this figure comes with. And yeah, I will display the spin for you guys like I did the last time. And like some of you guys will see for the first time how when you put this in front of the fan, they actually spin, which is really cool. I did make a shark with that, so yeah, if you want to check that out, you can. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for accessories. So now, let's apply these accessories. And now, for applying these super cool, awesome accessories that this figure comes with, starting off with the antenna ears, the hardest, most difficult part, I believe. Let me see. They supposed to just, yeah, they pop out like so. So you just take them like this, like that. You just pull them out like so. Easy peasy, but be very careful when they're easy to pull off from the back, so definitely be very careful when applying these or changing them out, because yeah, they are easy to change out, but I guarantee you if you drop them, they are not going to be all that easy to find. So let me see if I want to make sure I'm putting it in on the correct side. I believe so. Yeah, I got one in. So let me put his other antenna in. So I know I don't need them in now, but I just want to start with the small pieces first. So we have that. So we have his tiny antenna ears in, splayed out, and of course, how can we forget his backpack? So basically, put that on there. So yeah, we can sort of and go jump up and have the bird come out now. Whatever. Yeah, that would be funny though. And of course, yeah, that's how he looks with his backpack. Now, getting this off. All I have to do is get this off like so. Pull that off like so. I do need to pause it real quick because I gotta go get his stand, so I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I got a stand out of my drawer. I had it with the rest of my Tamashii Nations stands for some reason. I thought I put this in the box, but obviously I didn't, but I know I'm going to need this, so I'm going to put the stand base down. And well, what you do is you just plug this into the socket right there. So I'm going to put this off to the side for now because, yeah, I'm going to need it in a bit. Well, actually, I might need it now because, yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to put the Jaguar spear in. So what you want to do is want to remove these hands right here. So take those hands out. So yeah. Oh boy, he's so I'm gonna just put him like that. So what I want to do is take it out. So you want to make sure it's lined up properly when you plug that in, because there's a little flat bar that goes down like this, and you just peg it in like that. So you do have to make sure you have it in correctly. So slide one hand in, and I want to slide the other gripping hand in the opposite direction. Wait a minute. I think, yeah. I don't think it matters all that much. So as long as we have it in, so what we want to do is I want to peg the handle into the Jaguar spear, and what I want to do is the easiest way is to get these lined up. So got that one, and then put the other one in. So yeah, now we have the Anguirus spear lined up. So I might want to put him on the stand right now. So well, he's gonna fall. So I'm just gonna take it off of the stand. But yeah, you can see the Anguirus spear in his hand, looking really cool. Although I'm take it out for now because yeah. Let's put his pointing finger hands in. Just to have something in his hands for the moment, as I am working with this figure. So he's not handless. So let's have that. So let's give at least a thumbs up, or pointing somewhere, or giving somebody the inappropriate finger, which which you can't really tell what type of gesture he's trying to make. But anyway, this is removable, so we can take this. Well, let me bring it up closer so I can show you guys, so you can see this piece right here comes off. I'll get my thumbnail underneath there and just take that off. And now what I want to do is I want to remove these handlebars here. Take that off. And another thing I want to do is get a Akira Furukawa right here and grab his little booster seat. And we want to peg him into the booster seat. And his knee just came off by accident, and I knocked over Jaguar. But anyway, I'm trying to get everything in. I'm gonna just put the seat on him. Put a Furcore, whatever his name is in afterwards. So we want to make sure we have this seat straight. So we have it like that. And now we want to take the helicopter jetpack accessory, plug it into his back like so. And what we want to do, so it doesn't fall, is plug this. See how it has this little peg hole on the bottom of the jetpack, the helicopter jetpack propeller. We want to, well, I might want to get a Akira Furukawa seated first, because it's going to be easier. I gotta plug the little peg hole that he has coming out of his bootay into the back of the seat. If I can get that, so luckily I have. And now, once we have him seated, if I can get this in now, plug this into the peg. Now we have a Jaguar flying, sort of. Well, at least he's supposed to be. And now what we want to do, if I can, is take these hands out and this is keep your fingers crossed moment. Apply the Anguirus spear. So put one in and then grab the other, and I hope and pray this stays up. It doesn't want to too much, but maybe if I adjust his, he's falling over. Yeah, but as you can see, this is about the best I can get it with the Anguirus spear in hand. So what I might want to do, especially if I want to just show you guys how it works with the helicopter jetpack propeller blades, is I might just want to take this out. So yeah, I don't want them falling over, because the Anguirus spear, not gonna lie, is rather heavy and it is risky. displaying this figure with that. Although it is a real cool accessory. I'm not even. I don't need to worry about putting them back. I'll just grab them and put them back in the package later. But yeah, I'm just gonna put Jaguar's regular hands in, and now let's go take you to the bathroom where I have a fan at, and I will show you guys how this spins. And also, we do have some articulation in it too. So before I do that, I'm going to go show you guys how this articulates, because we do have a hinge here in like the wings, sort of. So we can move that forward and back. And of course, we do have a ball joint where the sort of like the propeller wings, like the main wings attached to the jetpack, and we can rotate them, so we can move them different ways. So like if we want them going up like so, we can do that. So let me move this back so you guys can see. And if we want to put them forward, we also can do that. And also if we want to put them down, want to have some sort of downward lift off, we also can do that, but they really go like this. So yeah, let me go take you to the fan so I can show you guys how these work. So yeah, let's get to it. And now I'm going to show you guys something really awesome with this figure. I have him standing right there in front of the fan, and all I gotta do is turn it on, and yeah, there you have it. Check that out. The helicopter blades actually spin. Really cool. Whoa! Yeah, do be careful though. But yeah, that is a pretty cool feature you do have with this figure. Just got to be careful he doesn't fly away. So yeah, let me put him off to the side. Oh, he's okay though. I just wanted to show you guys how that function works real quick. So yeah, that pretty much concludes it for this review. And now I will be getting into my final verdict, where I will be giving you guys my final thoughts and opinions on this figure and giving him a final score based on detail, articulation, playability. So let's get to it. And now for my final verdict on the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla Singular Point Jet Jaguar 2021 figure here. If I have to give this one a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give him a drum roll, please. A very fair but square, knocked out of the park, well-deserved 5 out of 5 stars. Why? Because this figure has high quality, anime accurate detail, which is a definite plus. Articulation is top notch, which is also a definite plus. And playability, he holds together really well, I find. I don't find there's too many pieces popping off of this one, unlike some other S.H.MonsterArts figures I've reviewed on this channel. Although this is a figure to handle with great care, you definitely want to be careful with this one, especially for the $100 price point. These figures are not cheap, so you don't want to manhandle them. And also, just for the record, these are not kids' toys. These are well crafted and well detailed, you know, especially, you know, with all the finer details you have on this one. You know, see how we have these, you know, these red tubing going from the top of his thighs, and it wraps all the way around to the back hamstring pistons that connect to his back ankles. Yeah, that's something that you're not going to get on these smaller, cheaper BanDai vinyls. You know, a lot of craftsmanship goes into making these figures. It's one of the reasons why SH figures, you know, S.H.MonsterArts in general is so expensive. It's not only the top-notch articulation, but all the, you know, smaller attention to detail that goes into these figures. It's a lot of work But I mean, for the most part, though, a lot of S.H.MonsterArts figures do have a lot of QC issues for the prices that we're paying, and yeah, that is a major letdown. But this one, I didn't see any of those QC issues for the whole time I've been having this figure. A couple of joints were a little tight out of the box, but that's something you can easily fix with baby oil um, on a Q-tip or a cotton swab. For some of you guys that don't know what a Q-tip is, something that most of us clean our ears out with, which, yeah, it's not recommended to, but we all do it anyway. Um, anyway, yeah, you definitely want to use a clean cotton swab when applying baby oil to get the joints removed, because I have to do that with the waist joint on this one and with the leg joints as well, or the hip joints, so I can get that to move. And like I said, only move the hip joints on this part right here. See how it's, like I said, I'm pointing that out again. Move them from here, not here. This part, like I said, I'm showing you again for a second time. This part right here does not move, because yeah, just reminding you guys, because I don't want you guys breaking your figures, especially if you decide to get this one. So, but anyway, that pretty much concludes it for this review. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you made it this far into the video, your attention span is greatly appreciated. That helps out this channel a lot. And if you like what you see and you want to help out the channel even more, like and subscribe. Make sure to share this video if you have friends that are also interested in the same thing. And as always, stay safe, take care, God bless, stay powered up, stay positive, and peace out.